What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing you Shadow Swampert in the Great League. It got quite a pretty good ranking according to PvPoke, number 9 in the overall rankings in terms of the Great League, and we're going to be trying out for the first time. We got a good lead there against Registeel, and we're going up here against a really elite trainer, Gucci Gang. He's one of the best in the world. He's always on top of the leaderboards. He swapped into Sableye. I was pretty late on the switch because I figured this team has some pretty good Registeel counters in back, and this way I could try and draw some shields. And with these hydro cannons, let's see if this one goes through. And it does, and at this point I'm gonna switch into Stunfisk to catch this foul play because I don't want to commit both shields. And now I can just mud shot down this Sableye. So I have stored energy, a rock slide already good to go. It's a Meganium, so this is good that we didn't switch out actually, because our Swampert now pretty much avoids the Meganium altogether. Going for another rock slide here to chip away, and he is definitely over farming at this point, so I expect a Frenzy Plant to come in because Frenzy Plant will probably be enough, and I'm not going to shield because I think he can get to another one anyway. We're definitely going to come in here with our Deoxys. And I've been experimenting with these different lines, and this team is pretty weak to grass. I've been running a lot of teams that have been pretty weak to grass. He switches back into Reggie, so we just go into Swampert, and we're just going to go straight Hydro Cannon in this matchup since I'm not sure we can get to an Earthquake. Charge move coming in from Reggie, and how about if you guys read the latest news? We decided to let our Swampert go, but Reggie is getting debuffed with Flash Cannon and Focus Blast as its moves. We go for the Thunderbolt, draw the last shield, so this is going to be pretty close finish. We commit our last shield, we have to at this point. Flash Cannon would take us out. I wasn't sure if we could counter down, so I decided just to go for Rock Slide. He might have had residual energy, I wasn't sure. And then I'm just hoping that we can counter down this Meganium, and we just barely can. I think he was one Vine Whip away from a Frenzy Plant, so a close win there and a GG's. But yeah, experimenting with this Shadow Swampert. I've never run Swampert at all in the Great League, normal or Shadow. So experimenting with this Shadow Swampert was very interesting. Going up against Jartavia. I'm probably a more seasoned or experienced player with this Swampert, could have been more effective. So like this matchup, I wasn't exactly sure how to play, and it seemed like I couldn't pick the right one because we're gonna see this matchup later. So this time I go straight for Sludge Wave. Let's see if it connects. Nope, get shielded. So a nice shield by our opponent, and it looks like I swap into Deoxys because I don't want to have to eat a charge move on Swampert. Swampert is pretty glassy, and that Shadow makes it even more glassy in the Great League. He is running a Play Rough Azumarill. Interesting. Another Play Rough coming through. That was really chunk away. We're going to go for a Thunderbolt here. Does quite a bit. And we're just going to try and get to a Rock Slide at this point, and we do. So that's huge. Now, is he going to want a double shield? He is. So wow, he goes down 2 shields to maintain switch priority. What are we going to come in with? Let's see. Oh, nice play. So that's a nice little swap there. I came in with Swampert to draw out the Play Rough, and then I go straight with my Stunfisk to absorb it. And now I get to this Rock Slide quick. So we're up 2 shields, and we have 2 pretty healthy Pokemon. But you're going to see that a lot of times switch advantage is more important, because now we're switch locked against a counter user, Vigoroth. And honestly, I arguably should have let this go through because Body Slam will hardly do anything. And another potential mistake, well, if I let it go through, I wouldn't have been able to get to 2 Rock Slides, I don't think. But another potential mistake is I would have been better off going for 2 Rock Slides instead of 1 Earthquake. I think that would have done more damage. Now, I'm in against this Vigoroth that has a lot of energy. I do get to this Hydro Cannon just because Swampert is so spammy to get rid of the Vigoroth, but it's going to come down to whatever he has in back. And what does he have in back? It's an Altaria. So this one's pretty much over. And if we were able to align our Pokemon better, our Stunfisk would have had a great matchup against the Altaria. and this one could have resulted differently, but unfortunately the double shield advantage didn't really matter just because these two Pokemon matched up so well against our Pokemon in the back. Going into game number 3, this is going to be a shorter video. I've just got 4 matchups for you. Let me know if you guys are excited for Go Fest. Leave a comment down below. I'm thinking about changing up the content a little bit for Go Fest and doing a vlog video. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I am in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area, and I could vlog a little bit, show you guys the Go Fest scenes in my community. It's a pretty cool, and there's a pretty decent sized community that plays over here. Okay, so we get matched up against a Deoxys. This is all right. Nothing Deoxys throws at us unless it has Psycho, which is going to do a lot. So he actually swaps, and check this out. I've gotten pretty good at this, where I almost act like, and it lands, the Sludge Wave lands. I pretend like they catch me on the swap because I click it so fast, but I'm just reacting really fast to whoever comes in. So he probably thought he was catching a Hydro Cannon, but really I saw he swapped into Azu, and I went for the Sludge Wave. And this was kind of obvious that he was throwing a Hydro Pump, so I probably should have shielded, but I knew I could win this matchup out anyway. So, questionable decision there. I would have been able to preserve a lot of health on Deoxys if I had shielded. He comes back in with his own Deoxys. I'm just going to get off this Rock Slide to do some chip damage. And I think I decide to switch out, actually, because I don't want him to get like a bunch of extra counters in and farm me down. I didn't see what he swapped into. Let's see what it is. It's a Vigoroth. Okay, so this is actually perfect because now our Stunfisk gets to avoid the Vigoroth. A lot of people running Vigoroth these days. I've also seen a lot of counter users. For the battles, if you're familiar with her, I played her, and I was running a team that was just super weak to counter, and she had double counter use. She had Medicham and Vigoroth, I think. Now we're going for this Hydro Cannon, taking out the Vigoroth as shields are down. Deoxys comes in, and we still have our full health Stunfisk in the back. Even though Stunfisk takes super effective damage from the counters, it will resist every charge move that Deoxys can throw at it. So we're in pretty good shape here, and Earthquake is such a hard-hitting move, it will be enough to take out the tanky beast that is Deoxys defense. GG's there. We've got one more game coming up for you. I got to number 52 on the leaderboards, as you guys saw in my last video, but I have kind of been experimenting, having some fun with different teams, and I've fallen a little bit. I fell to like 120th or something the next day, and now I'm probably, by the time you're watching this, I don't know, maybe I'm still there, maybe I'm more like 200s or something. But my goal this season was to reach rank 10, and we did that. Not only did we reach rank 10, we went far beyond it. We went to like 3180, so that's pretty crazy. And now that expectations have risen, expectations kind of rise for myself. Now it's gonna kind of be an expectation for myself to get to rank 10 versus like a goal to strive for. I wonder if they'll ever increase that. It's already pretty hard enough as it is, so probably not. Another opponent swaps out of their Azu, and check this out, like, we're in a great position, it seems. We just swapped Stunfisk into Altaria. And this game is an example of, if you're my opponent, like, and you seem to be hard counter, this is why you always play it out until like the ending moments. Because the thing with Stunfisk, it's going to resist everything Altaria throws, but our mud shots are doing hardly any damage, so we do have to throw another Rock Slide, because another Sky Attack would get me pretty close to getting KO'd. So I do have to throw this Rock Slide over from just a little bit. Azu coming in. Stunfisk did its job. I'm just going to eat this Ice Beam and let it go. And what do I decide to come in with? I come in with Swampert, and man, I should have just gone for the Sludge Wave. I was thinking I could get a shield. I go for Hydro Cannon again. Crazy. And at this point, I should just go straight Hydro Cannon, I think, because Azu's going to get to a charge move soon. I was hoping this would be enough, but Azu's such a beast, it's not enough. I swap into Deoxys, and based on what you see is in back, I shouldn't have swapped into Deoxys. I should have just let my Swampert go, because now there's a Meganium in back, and my Deoxys had to take that Ice Beam. So now we're in a very tough situation. I think our only win condition is somehow catching a Frenzy Plant on our Swampert, but our switch timer is definitely not close to being up yet. We're gonna have to wait it out. Looks like we lost out on a fast move or two there, which is unfortunate. Those can be really crucial, especially in these late game situations. Over farming a little bit, maybe just trying to throw off his counting, thinking he has more energy. And then our only play was trying to catch a Frenzy Plant there, and we were kind of close to, but we couldn't. And even if we did, we would have had to be very weary of the Azu coming back in. So he takes us out there. Well played. GG's. And with that said, thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to leave a like down below. I enjoyed using Shadow Swampert. It's really good as an attacker. If you're going to use it, I would recommend pairing it with some tankier Pokemon, which I did. It was a little bit hard to use just because Swampert alone by itself, normal Swampert is pretty glassy in the Great League. So Shadow Swampert is very glassy in the Great League. Like, I had some matchups against a Hypno, and those confusions just do like so much damage. It's almost like a normal Pokemon getting hit with Razor Leaf. They just chunk away so much, but it can be very effective, especially because it gets to those Hydro Cannons so quickly. I think it would be great if you had it in the back. If you could get it with like an energy advantage against the last Pokemon, or just in a one-on-one situation, I think that's where it could pretty much shine. But without further ado, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon. I'd really appreciate that. Without further ado, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.